Okay guys, we're going live. I'm going to give everybody a minute to come on here. So, I'm going to introduce myself and give everybody a minute. My name's Laura Purcell. I actually have a blog called At Laura's Table, and I wanted to give a shout out to Leah and say thank you for giving me an opportunity to come on here today and share with you guys. I hope that we get to have some fun as we make some chicken piccata. Let me see, are we getting anybody? Sorry, I have to keep walking around to see if I see anybody. Hi guys! So today we're gonna make chicken piccata. I make a ton of cooking videos for my blog At Laura's Table, and I've been doing live videos on Facebook, on my blog page on Facebook, just because we're in this weird time where we're all stuck at home, and it's a way to connect with people and encourage people to realize that home-cooked meals is a great way for us to connect with our family, like we're not already connecting, but really just to love on them and kind of a hug in their belly. But I know that a lot of you are kind of tired of the chicken nuggets and french fries of it all, so I wanted to make something simple and quick, but that would make you feel like maybe you're out on a date and you got to order something kind of fancy like chicken piccata. And I'm gonna serve mine tonight over an Orzo salad that has feta and green peas, and I'll show you how I put that together in a minute. But we're gonna talk a lot about the substitutions that we can make, because we have to think out of the box, but I can smell my pan getting hot here. So I'm going to get started. I added some more oil, olive oil, to my pan because, as seen on TV, I already did a couple of chicken breasts. So I'm going to add some more butter. This is my lovely Kerrygold butter. See, we're really cooking here. You hear that sizzle? Yummy. All right, so I tried to get the smallest chicken breasts I could when I was at the store, and I got one that was huge and the rest were teeny. And so I sliced that one in half through the middle so that they were thin. And I have a plate here that has some all-purpose flour on it. I know you can't see it because it's white flour on a white plate, but just trust me, there's flour there. You'll see in a minute when this chicken turns white. I've salted and peppered these chicken breasts on both sides, and I'm going to just lay this in this flour here. So we're dredging it. I know you guys already know what that means. But we're gonna lightly dredge it in our all-purpose flour. This is where I'm gonna tell you, if it's self-rising, it's fine. Who cares? If you need gluten-free, that Bob's Red Mill gluten-free all-purpose flour works awesome. I've used it before. I'm gonna mix this up a little bit so my butter and my olive oil mix well. And I'm gonna go ahead and start adding my chicken breasts to my olive oil and butter mixture. Hear that start to sizzle? I need to turn that up just a hair. This one's already been dredged. I'm gonna put him in. And then I'm gonna add my last one. Now, say you didn't have chicken breasts, but you had boneless, skinless thighs. That would be a great substitution here. They might be a little thicker, so they take a little bit longer to cook, but that's okay. Thighs are actually one of my favorites because they're delicious. So that's a good one to choose. If you happen to love veal, that's a great substitution. I just didn't think that was something you'd happen to have in your refrigerator today. But that's a great option for this recipe, is veal cutlets. All right, I'm gonna put this dirty plate in my sink because we don't want raw chicken stuff around our cooked things. We put this one over there too. Maybe I should have worn my glasses so I could see who was joining us. So anyway, that's a couple of substitutions you could make. I put in your recipe that I posted earlier that if you didn't happen to have capers, you could always use green olives. Just cut them up so they'd be small in little pieces like the capers. That's a great substitution. And you don't have to use wine. If you don't want to use wine, if you don't have wine, or you don't want to use it, use more lemon. That's a good option too. So while this starts to brown, we're going to brown this for 3 to 4 minutes on each side. One, so that it gets nice and golden like this. And also, so that we make the yummy goodness on the bottom of our pan. But while that starts to do that, I'm going to show you how to mix up this orzo salad. And I will post that recipe as well. So, before we started filming, I cooked this orzo. You could use any small pasta, or you could substitute rice if you need gluten-free, or you could make a gluten-free pasta. I put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil on this. I'm going to season this with salt and pepper. So I like to use pink Himalayan salt. It's a preference of mine, but you can use whatever you have at home. A little bit of black pepper. There's that. Then you want to use frozen green peas, 1/4 cup. Actually, I think this is 1/3 of a cup of frozen green peas that you've let defrost. It's really fun if they don't defrost. They'll thaw out at some point. And 1/4 cup of crumbled feta. That's all. That's literally the whole thing. So if you're like me, you take enough peas out of the bag, roll it up, and stick it back in the freezer for the next time you want to do something like this. So now, I have an orzo salad. Easy peasy. I'm going to stir this up, and now, oops, I just knocked some orzo in my pan. See, we're really cooking here. When I get this mixed up, and I cut that lemon, I'm going to squeeze a little bit of lemon juice in this, because it'll just make it better. So we keep using multiple ingredients in the same, different dishes. All right, it's probably almost time for me to turn this over. I'm going to rescue that orzo out of my pan. Let me see how this looks. Yep, see, look. Nice and golden brown. So we're going to give these a flip. Let them do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll make our sauce. So in about 3 minutes, we're going to transfer these to the plate, and then we're going to build our sauce. So we're going to zest some of the zest off of our lemon without getting into the white pith. Then we're going to slice it and juice it into our sauce. So does anybody have any questions so far? I'll see if I can get closer to you and see if I can answer your questions. I also have a really good recipe on my blog for a tangy skillet chicken with tomatoes, which should use everything you have in your pantry and refrigerator, which would be a great weeknight dish. And it's all in one pan, kind of like this. You finish it in the oven. That one's really delicious as well. So, let me open this. So, this is a good use for this. If you decide to drink it later, that's up to you. Let me see if anybody has any questions. I'm sorry I didn't wear my glasses, guys. Hi, Paige. Hi, Leah. Let me see who else. I don't want to mess this up. Erin and Brittany. I know you guys. So anyway, you can also serve this over spaghetti squash if that's something you already have at home. I had parsley, which is really good. It's something else you can add to your orzo as well if you have enough. But it's going to be in your sauce, and you'll pour it over this, so that's really up to you. Let's see how we're doing, guys. I think this is ready. Oh, it is. All right. So let's get going on our sauce. So to make our sauce, it's super quick. I'm sure you guys can see. Maybe you can see the brown fawn down at the bottom of the pan. I want to show you. This is what makes the sauce so delicious. See all that yummy goodness down in the bottom of the pan? It's actually not ruined my pan, but that is all the flavor. So this is chicken stock. We want to pour that down in the pan. You turn that down just a little bit. Oh look, I got my steamed facial. So you want to take a spoon and start to move all that around. I'm going to add the capers. And you want to scrape all those bits off the bottom there. Now I'm going to zest a little bit of this lemon into this. Oh my gosh, this smells so good, guys. I wish you could smell this. All right, I'm going to zest some of this into the Orzo too, because why waste that? And I think it's easier to zest a lemon when it's whole, just because it gives me something to hang on to. And if you don't have a microplane, you're missing out. You need one of these. This thing right here. And they will get dull, especially if you're grating nutmeg. I know it sounds crazy, but yes, I have whole nutmeg and I grate nutmeg on it. Now, cut your lemon in half and squeeze it over this. And my hands aren't strong enough. Oh, that's too fat to fit in there. My lemon is so fat it won't fit in my squeezer. We will figure it out, ladies. All right, let's do it. Squeeze them in here. Oh, maybe I'm missing the gem, guys. Squeeze that in there. I'm gonna squeeze some in my Orzo, and then we're gonna stir that up, and I'm gonna hit it with some wine. All right. All right. So, do you like how I measured that? So stir this up, make sure all the brown yummy bits are off the bottom. And then you're gonna add the chicken back and let it all cook together for just a second. Okay, I'm gonna turn this back up just a little bit. I didn't want all that to evaporate. Guys, this smells so good. It smells just like summer, honestly. And if we're staying at home, we can pretend it's whatever season we want, because we don't really know what day it is. We don't know what month it is. I saw something where it was like the 8,000th day of March. So anyway, all I can tell you is we're gonna get through this, and we're gonna Zoom chat with our girlfriends, and we're gonna sit on our porches and then yell at our neighbors so we can visit, right? And then, all right, I'm gonna pour these yummy juices from the chicken in there. So I just returned my chicken back to the pan with the juice. You're gonna let these cook together for just a second. And then you're going to take a piece of chicken and a little bit of the juice, which is now your sauce. Juice is a pretty country way to say a lovely sauce. And place it over your Orzo. All right, I need to stir this up because I put my lemon zest and my lemon juice on here. Isn't that beautiful? Can you guys see that? You need that up close. Can you see how pretty that is? I don't want to toss it in the floor. So this is literally like summertime in your mouth with all that lemon and green peas that have not been cooked, because I do not love cooked green peas, but you know, maybe you do. Maybe it's your favorite thing ever in the world. I don't know. So, our sauce is starting to bubble. I'm going to serve some of this up. You know what I forgot? My parsley. You see? I looked over and I saw it laying there. I'm going to finish this off with the parsley. Stir it up. You guys almost let me forget that. So anyway, there's a lot of yummy, delicious things over on the blog. I'd love for you guys to come visit. If there's things you'd like for me to cook for you another time. I did some banana chocolate chip muffins yesterday, It was my grandmother's banana bread recipe that we modified. Oh gosh, this smells so good, guys. Smell-o-vision. Brittany could just come down the street and get a bite. I'd have to leave it on the front porch for her, but with our social distancing, but she could just trot down the road here and have a little taste. So, all right, I'm gonna put a little of this on the plate and we're gonna have a taste. How's that? All right, so if you were here and having dinner, we would serve it like this. A little orzo salad, just like that. I'm gonna lay my chicken on top. How's that look, guys? Does it look lovely? Look, see it's steaming? We actually cook here. How am I gonna get that sauce over there? I'm gonna have to pick that big old pan up. You're gonna see if I'm strong enough. Anyway, guys, I so appreciate you joining in. And I'm gonna pour some of this lovely sauce over the top. Isn't that weird how it's kind of darker at the bottom so you can't see what I'm doing? Yummy deliciousness. I want you to see this. Can you see? Is it lovely? All right, I'm gonna cut it and taste it. Does anybody have any questions? Let me see if I can see what you're saying. Yum! All right. Move this out of the way so I can give it a taste and tell you if it's worth doing or not. It's so beautiful. I need to take a picture of this. It's so pretty. Need a caper and a little bit of orzo. That's a lot of food. People, that is so delicious. That is so delicious. You have to make it. So good. Friends, did you see how fast that was? I knew this was going to be quick and easy, but seriously, it's like you've gone to a fancy Italian restaurant and ordered this amazing dinner, but it took 15 minutes, yeah, like 17 maybe, to get it put together, and we're done. And I just want to tell you guys, I thank you for letting me come visit with you today. I hope you stay encouraged. Know that a recipe is a loose guide. If you need ideas for how to substitute things or new things to do in your kitchen, please ask. I'd be happy to help. And know that I'm praying for you guys and your family and your health and your safety. And before we know it, we will be back living our lives like we knew before. But until then, we're all in this together and we will get through it. So I love you guys and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.